Hello.
Hey.
We're here with Lex from Tyrannosaurus Lex or
No. Girly Shell. No.
Girly Shell.
No.
The best beauty channel around.
No.
That's what inspired us, I think, really.
It is.
Today we're going to talk about cruelty-free beauty, makeup, face products, everything, because Lex, you want to tell your history about your cruelty-free?
I just didn't want to use animal tested products anymore, and I started looking into like more about which high street products are tested, and it was like pretty much all of them. And I found out a lot about like the lies that companies are allowed to tell about it, and just the ins and outs of it, which is just, you know, really depressing. I made a video where I explained to people how to tell if something's animal tested, how to tell if it has a bad parent company, and like, you know, just generally to think about the things they buy.
That video will be in the description if you want to check it out. A lot of it is about you can email a company, ask them if they're cruelty-free, and then they'll send you an email back. It sounds like they're cruelty-free, but they're not, and like the way it's worded, you can figure it out.
If they say like, we absolutely do not test on animals except where required by law, they mean we've chosen to sell in China.
And you also need to be careful when they don't mention their ingredients or the suppliers of their ingredients, because a lot of times the third-party companies that they get their ingredients from, that they make their products from, will be tested on animals.
Yeah, so the questions to ask are like, who are your parent company and do they test? Do you sell in China? Do you test your ingredients or finished products? Do you let anyone else test for you?
And there's lots and lots of people that have great blogs where they have lists of companies that are okay, and they do that emailing back and forth.
And we'll post a couple of our favorite blogs down below that have kind of these all-inclusive lists. I know I found one that also talks about companies that kind of are like on the gray line. You have to decide for yourself who you feel comfortable with supporting.
Yeah, so we've only recently started looking into it.
Sana and I are getting so much more invested in makeup and skincare and stuff. I would just feel better if I knew as best as I could that the stuff that I'm putting on my face didn't come at the expense of another living thing. Yeah. Not really comfortable with that.
I've always been so much against animal testing for beauty products, and I'm like, but I'm still buying it?
Yeah. Right. You never want to bring it into your own life because it means like actually
giving up things that you really like.
Yeah, and like making an effort.
Yeah.
And I think with makeup it's different because like makeup's really not a necessity. Like it feels like a necessity to me sometimes, but it's like when I think about it in life, it's not going to keep me alive. Also, they've actually brought in new laws in the EU which mean that you're not allowed to sell animal tested makeup. So it means the actual products you're buying within the EU haven't been tested themselves.
But the companies still
the companies can still be testing in China or in America, like any other places they can still be testing, so it doesn't necessarily mean they're cruelty free.
And we want to vote with our money because that's what you do. That's how you tell the company what you care about. You can send them like 20 emails, but if you don't buy their product anymore, then that sends an obvious message. Yeah. I've made a list on my phone, which I'll put in the description as well, of brands that are definitely not cruelty-free and the ones that definitely are. If there's anything on there that you think is wrong, let us know, because it's a work in progress and
it
it's
always
quite
changes
difficult.
as well.
So that when I'm in a shop
and
I was like, oh, I like this lip gloss, oh, but it's okay, and then I'm just gonna look at my phone, because if you have to Google it in the shop, it's never gonna work.
Sometimes you don't have signal. This happens to me all the time.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this aisle I can buy things, this one not so much.
So we just quickly collected some of the products that we already happened to own that are cruelty-free as far as we know.
Because I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to buy all of my favorite stuff. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to get rid of everything I love and find new ones. Turns out, not true.
Yeah. For
For a lot of stuff, it might be a surprise.
So a really great brand that you probably would expect to see is Lush. Woo, Lush! They also do a lot of vegan products as well, which is great. This is their dry shampoo. You get a shit ton. I probably had this for
this is for the rest of our lives. This is for forever.
Used about yay much, so.
I love their face masks. I love their Dream Cream body lotion. I bought the solid shampoo and really like that as well, like the sea salty one. Like I'm going through the range and seeing what works for me, and then all the other stuff you can get from other brands.
I'm like 99% sure that these guys are cruelty free. This is an eyeshadow from The Balm that I've had 5 ever. You can use it as a bronzer. It's just this lovely kind of shimmery brown color. Gorgeous. The Balm do a lot of other, I think they do skincare as well.
Yeah, they do tons of crap.
Yeah, I know Estee has talked about them quite a bit.
I've been a massive fan of Aesop for a while, and now that I have a full-time job, I'm slowly purchasing all of their things. You have to buy like one of each every year, and then they'll last for like a year. So I love the BNT Balancing Toner, but I also have a scrub and a face mask, and I love everything I do. And I know it's really expensive, but it is stuff that you only need a tiny bit of, and it will last for such a long time.
So this product is one that I did a little bit of research on because I needed a new moisturizer, and it is the brand Bulldog. Now, they market themselves as skincare for men, but I'm a woman and I'm still working.
Gender neutral face cream.
Gender, like, you don't need to be a dude to use this. And I think the packaging is rather cute. They do have the little, like, the bunny logo.
Oh yes, that is excellent.
Leaping bunny.
Which is something that you can look out for in shops, and that means that they have been approved by this organization as cruelty-free.
It's almost a bit of like a scavenger hunt.
It is.
You can't just go in and like buy random stuff, but if you go online and you do a bit of research.
It's almost like a blessing for your budget in a way, because you're not buying like a quantity of lower grade products that are also tested on animals, but instead you're maybe spending like £5-10 pounds more extra on something that's a little more quality and also isn't tested on things.
When I first switched to cruelty free, because I didn't know necessarily what was cruelty free, I had to like look up specific products and go after them, which meant that I didn't do that thing where you go through Boots going, I want that, I want that, I want that. The whole Barry M area, I'm like, I can have as many of these as I want.
I bought this one heck of a blot face powder recently, and I was scared that Soap and Glory wasn't going to be cruelty free, but it is! Great surprise. So this is a beautiful face powder. I had a number 7 face powder first, but that is not cruelty free. So we're going for this one, and it's such cute packaging. I feel like a lot of people might think that cruelty free stuff like looks kind of like, but look how cute.
Adorable.
Excellent. My face cream that I'm using, which is Antipodes Vanilla Pot Hydrating Day Cream. You need like the tiniest bit. I really like Antipodes and what I've tried so far, so I might try some of the face masks and other stuff. It's just so nice that like luxury stuff like this is still cruelty free. Dr. Hauschka is a bit more expensive, and they also sell it in the UK and in the Netherlands, but they have some great skincare stuff. Also cruelty free. Gosh is a good one to know, I think. My favorite liquid eyeliner is from there. Also cruelty free.
Illamasqua.
Yes,
I used Illamasqua stuff.
The Superdrug own
all the own
brand
brand stuff.
Yeah. Zarka is like a Dutch skincare one. I have a great foot cream from there. It's also cruelty free. So you can find the full list in the description. Bye!